I have a package from Z Chocolato, and I know it's from Z Chocolato because it was on the outside of the package. So what is so funny is if you watched last week's vlog, last Monday's vlog, we opened a box from Z Chocolato. It was from them, and they gifted us a box of random various things to just to thank us, honestly, but of course we'll do a review of it. This box is from Alicia. So Alicia has sent me a box from Z Chocolato. So let's see what she sent. I'm excited.
Right, this is just a regular box. And it looks like a...
That looks like their traditional 4-pack of fudge. Okay.
And there's an extra box in here.
Oh, yeah.
It says, don't tell...
Look.
That one looks like cheese.
It does look like a slice of Kraft cheese.
Like
or
Velveeta.
Cheese, or the Velveeta.
No, well, kind of, but it's got white to it. So it
Show
like
it.
Those ones that's kind of mixed with the white and the yellow cheese next to it.
I bet it's an orange or something.
I'm sure.
Okay, let me see. They always have a cheat sheet in here.
I don't know if you can see that from the reflection, but it looks like cheese.
It's creamsicle.
Ah,
okay, so,
so creamsicle.
There's a creamsicle. There is a banana pudding.
I was going to say, that looks like a banana pudding.
Okay, and what's funny is the box that Z Chocolato sent us last week had 4 pieces of banana pudding in it.
Good.
4 pieces of fudge. Yeah, so we have butter pecan and,
I'm guessing that's that one.
And bear tracks.
Yeah, and this one has marshmallows and chocolate.
Okay, when I glanced at that, I thought that would probably be s'mores. So it's bear tracks.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has nuts or something.
It's got pecans.
Yeah,
something.
so that's what makes it different than s'mores.
Could be walnuts.
And it probably doesn't have any graham cracker either to make it s'mores.
And this one says, don't tell something.
Don't tell Chef Thomas, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. What's in it?
Oh, a piece of fudge and some taffy. So don't tell Chef Thomas they snuck that in,
They
I guess.
snuck a piece. They snuck an extra piece.
That looks like a peanut butter cup.
Ooh, it looks
good-looking
absolutely decadent. It's white. It has white chocolate and peanut butter cup. It looks awesome.
Or it's vanilla fudge.
Alicia knows that I love white chocolate and peanut butter, and she did that special for me.
It looks like a peanut butter roll.
And then we have some taffy. That's one thing when you order from Z Chocolato, they always give you some pieces of taffy. They throw that in there, and they have all kinds of flavors. You never know what you're going to get. It's literally just like random pieces. But thank you very, very much to Alicia. It's so funny that they gifted us a box. And then you sent us the box, and we had gone for months and months and months without having Z Chocolato, and then all of a sudden we get 2 boxes. So it's just so funny. Trust me, we don't mind though, because it is literally our favorite fudge.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Okay, we have another box. Who is this one from? Jamisha. This is from Jamisha in California, and Jamisha told me that she was going to send me a box. Jamisha sends me pictures and stuff like that of new stuff that she finds on Instagram, and I always
never seen a packing one like that before.
Just a
like
single.
You blew it up.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's very tight.
It is. No, that's nice. That is full of California air. Hey, Timmy.
Somebody's lung air.
Or somebody's lung air. But they're in California, you would think. Hey, Tammy and Kevin, I just wanted to send you guys some bars that I got from my job. I'm not sure if you have tried them or not. Also, they were free. They gave them out to the drivers. I work at Amazon. I hope you enjoy them. Misha, I added a Nutter butter because it's huge. Okay. I love your paper. This was on Hello Kitty paper, which I absolutely love. I think it's cool that you work at Amazon. I have someone in my family that works at Amazon, and it is unbelievable to me. And you're a driver.
This person deals with drivers.
They deal with the trauma that drivers experience. So you would not believe the horror stories that these drivers go through from, like, I mean, People have literally been mauled by dogs.
Or people.
People have accidentally turned up the wrong driveway. And people are crazy in this country. Americans have just...
People are crazy everywhere.
Oh, they're crazy everywhere. But they're crazy here because they have guns. and if you pull, you better, I mean, it's sad. I think it must be frightening. I bet you Jamisha could tell us some horror stories. I hope you can't, but I bet you she could, because you know, little people are just nuts, and it's a shame. Crazy. Somebody's gonna write a book one day about Amazon and what I dealt with as being an Amazon driver. Okay, so what are these?
I don't know. I'm just pulling them out.
Okay, Nemo's coffee cake. Okay, I will have to see if we tried these. I know we've had Nemo's. Nemo's are the little square cakes from the gas stations. Like we've had, like, I think red velvet and the carrot cake. This is banana bread. Okay, I literally don't know if we've had either one of those. This is Sweet Street Salted Caramel Manifesto Cookie. This is a Sweet Treat Toffee Crunch Blondie.
There's a bunch of random bars in here.
I wonder if these are like made in California. No, these are made in Pennsylvania. It's a funny thing, they're made in Pennsylvania and we've never seen. We're first before California. On the drive, we would be the first place you would hit, not California. So why don't we have these? Oh, shit.
Like I said, there's a bunch of random bars.
Okay, so I'll go through what I'll do. I'll show you what she gave us, of course, but I'll go through these and then I'll come back and I'll tell you which ones we've tried, which ones we haven't tried. So this is a Think Brownie Crunch. This is a one happy birthday cake. I'm almost 100% positive we've got that. This is a Fiber One Chewy Bar, oats and chocolate. I like how Jamisha takes the food and she's saving it for us. She's not actually eating it herself. This is like us when we go on a trip and get the Biscoff cookies from Delta and we save them and bring them home. We're not eating them, but it's like, take that, put it in your purse so that we can bring it home to somebody else. This is an AM RX bar, honey cinnamon peanut butter. This is a Kind peanut butter dark chocolate bar. This is, I know we haven't had this, Ready Clean. This is chocolate peanut butter, but I don't think I've ever seen that brand before. We haven't had this. This is a Tahoe Trail Bar, peanut butter chocolate. I like how she gets a lot of peanut butter too. Okay.
That's the Debbie.
Oh, here's the little Debbie.
That's my size.
This is one of the big ones. Yes, this is 480 calories. What is shocking to me is that the price is. You think that's the price?
If it is, it's crazy.
Yeah, it has like it says $4.22. It's like, is that the price? Surely to goodness, this wasn't $4 in California. You never know though. I haven't been to California. Maybe they're expensive. And this is a one bar. This is a chocolate chip cookie dough. And oh, he's got more. Okay.
Got a few more. Go this.
Oh my goodness. This is Krusteaz Cranberry Orange Muffin Mix. I'll let you know if we've had it or not. I'm not sure. This is a Krusteaz Triple Chocolate Chunk Cookie Mix. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Ooh, Jiffy. We love Jiffy corn muffins. I did a video.
This is the last thing.
I did a video years and years ago. It was when I first started the channel. Honestly, it's a pretty crappy video. It's of Jiffy corn muffins. I don't even think I bit into one at the end of the video because I don't think we did that at the time. I was just like showing how we made them. I don't even think I took a bite of one at the end of the video or talked about it.
It's amazing the change that you have over the years.
Yes, exactly. So it's a really bad video, but it's had a lot of views on it. People still watch that video and it's like, I'm embarrassed. It's a terrible video. So these I think that's the only Jiffy mix we've done on the channel that I can remember. So this is a fudge brownie mix, blueberry muffin mix, and apple cinnamon. That's awesome. Yeah, I really don't think we reviewed them, but I'll look just in case. But thank you. You know, even the stuff that we have reviewed, it doesn't make any difference because you saved it for us and you mailed it to us. You thought of us. So we greatly appreciate it very much. So I wanted to let Jamisha know we have done a video of the Krusteaz Cranberry Orange. So these are things that we'll just get to enjoy. I always say that because I don't want anyone to ever think that we don't enjoy what you all send. So we can still enjoy these. We just don't have to do a review. And frankly, it's nice to not always have to do a review, you know, just to be able to sit down and open something up and eat it without setting the camera up. So we have the Krusteaz Cranberry Orange. This one birthday cake we've reviewed. This Think, it used to be called Think Thin, but we've still tried it. The Think Brownie Crunch, the Kind Peanut Butter Dark Chocolate, and the Fiber One Oats and Chocolate. We've had these, but Jamisha still sent us a ton of stuff to try, and we absolutely will enjoy it. So we are at Sam's Club, and I want to show you these fireworks they have. They have this one, and it's called TNT Fireworks, and it is full of stuff. And it looks like it's $119.98. Kevin, this one's $119.98, and this one's $180. And I want you to see how big this is. I mean, like the mega fireworks. Andrew would die if we were like to buy that.
See, they're not allowed to sell anything except smokers and sparklers, though.
Ah,
so
and then
it's not gonna be the exploding.
As you go up through here, the packages get smaller. Look how cute this is. This is a kettle corn style popcorn popper, but it's Mickey Mouse, and so it has Mickey ears on it.
Come here, you wacky.
Kevin's found him. Oh, it's Dutton Ranch. Did you see that? That's yellow. Oh, yeah, it's yellow. Oh, that's cool.
That's a heck of a cast iron skillet right there.
We're in Home Goods, and they have this huge bench. I mean, this is really like as long as a hallway.
You know, if you painted that differently in gold, and so that'd be like a carnival bench.
Oh, you could do a circus theme, yeah. like a train car or something. Like and then over here they have their 4th of July stuff, and then over here they have some outdoor stuff, watermelon stuff, and it looks like they have some games, cornhole. This is the Father's Day section, and they have a ring toss game and just some different things for Dad. So I want to show you what we got Ashley for her birthday. Ashley's birthday is, she's a June baby. This is kind of a joke gift. Her cat Wednesday loves Q-tips. Wednesday has at least one Q-tip a day, if not many, many Q-tips every single day. And usually when we go over to Ashley's, there's probably no less than 3 in the food bowl. We don't know what she's thinking, but that's where she likes to keep them. So
yeah, she'll chase them and bring them back.
Yeah, literally bring them back like a puppy. So we bought these Q-tips as kind of a joke. I also bought her one of these Crofton 1.75 quart cast iron saucepans. If you were watching me back at Christmas, we bought her some really nice cast iron bakeware at that time, this Crofton brand. So they didn't have the saucepans. I figured she would like the saucepan. And then I bought her a book for her classroom if she wants to put it in her classroom. One of her favorite Disney movies is Wall-E, so I ordered the little golden book Wall-E for her. Also, she tells people constantly, "You're doing great." So when I saw this book, woohoo, you're doing great, I had to buy it for her because I know she'll appreciate that. And then
she's usually being a little snarky when she says it to me.
Oh no, to me she genuinely means you're doing great. No, like keep going, you're doing great. She's a little snarky with me. And then we're going to be going on vacation together. So I wanted to buy her something that if she wants to take it on the plane, she can, or she can leave it at home. It does not matter. I got her a word search and I got her a Sudoku. I figured she would have fun with those. And then the rest of the stuff is kind of all the same thing. They're Pyrex balls. So I got her this Hello Kitty. And then I got her this Mickey and Minnie Disney. This is the 100-year celebration. So I wanted to make sure I got that because it commemorates 100 years. And then this one is also 100 Years of Wonder. And I love this one because it's the characters, and kids would have so much fun with this because you could ask them, well, who's this character? You know, like that's the genie. And you could clearly see, it's amazing, like that's Peter Pan. It's amazing how you can pick out these characters just from
a silhouette.
A silhouette, yes. And then lastly, I got her this set. So I had already bought this ball when I found this set of 3. But it's okay because this one has a different lid. This one is small, medium, large, and so she'll really enjoy them anyway. She absolutely loved her gifts. I forgot to tell you in this part too, we went over to Nothing Bundt Cakes. Her favorite Nothing Bundt cake is the lemon. And so we went and picked her up a little lemon Nothing But cake, one of just the one serving. I think you can split it in half. I think they consider it 2 servings. And she actually did get 2 servings out of it. She ate like half of it that night and she ate half of it the next night, but she was thrilled to death to get that. And that way she didn't have a whole birthday cake, you know, to eat through. She had enough for a couple of times and then it was gone. But she was absolutely thrilled with everything we gave her. The books and the Pyrex bowls and everything were a hit. It's just the noise.
Like she's still around practicing.
This is what playing rummy constantly at the kitchen table with Dennis G will get you.
That's amazing. I have a box. It was just left at the front porch. They do not ring the doorbell or anything. It was left by UPS. And I understand if you have a baby at home or you're taking a nap, maybe you maybe you work the night shift and sleep during the day, you don't want them ringing your doorbell, but this is ice cream. So I ordered the newest release from Cafe Panna. You all know, if you've been following me, that I love Cafe Panna ice cream. It is expensive. I will probably have to get a glove because the dry ice is just out. It's literally out, and so they didn't put it in any kind of protective bag. It's literally just the cubes are in there with no. Usually when we get a dry ice, it's in a protective bag. So not this time. Okay, so this is Cafe Panna. This is the Chipwich, which we have reviewed. Chipwich. This is like hard berry pie. Look at the berry in that. Like if you wanted to eat this right now, you couldn't. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off that. But you could not eat this right now because it's so rock hard. So if you're wondering, how does ice cream is it really frozen? Yes, it is frozen. This is a buttered baguette. This one is peach tea. And I don't see any big noticeable pieces of peach, but that's okay. And then we have 2 more. We have what's this one called? Putting on the Ritz. Yes, I ordered this. I was so excited when I ordered this package because Kevin is the hugest fan of Ritz crackers. Like, he would eat Ritz crackers with anything. So this one has lots of Ritz crackers. So I'm very excited for him for that one. And then the last one is watermelon. It might be something watermelon, but all I can read on the top of it is watermelon because it's rubbed off. So hopefully you all will be looking forward to those reviews. We're going in Lowe's because I'm going to buy paint for the front door. And they have these flowers out front that are really pretty. Hanging baskets. So I'll try to show you the paint colors. Okay, so here's the paint section. HGTV home, Sherwin-Williams. This is Sherwin-Williams. And then, Valspar's down here. And we always like the Valspar brand. The door is, the front door is what we're going to paint. And it is already red. We want to paint it red again just because it's really nice. Is there more paint down here? Our best. So, I'm going to end up looking through these reds to see what I want. And I might go a little darker than what it is now. But I'll show you what I end up with. Okay, these are the two colors that I chose. One is called Cut Ruby, and one is called Heirloom Red. And you can see the Heirloom Red is a little darker. So now Kevin's way down there. He has no idea what I picked. I'm going to let him decide what color he likes. I like the one on the left more. I think I like the Cut Ruby more. But I'm going to ask him what his opinion is. We'll see if he picks the same thing as me, or he might like the darker one. We'll see what his opinion is. I want to see which one of these two colors you want. I made my choice, and I wanted to see what you feel like.
Oh, they're so similar.
They're very similar. One's darker than the other. If you need to go get in the light, we can. I have a choice.
I think I like the brighter one.
That's my choice.
The brighter?
Yes, the Cut Ruby. That's my choice too. Okay, so you just need to pick out the paint.
Yeah, you just gotta see what the base is.
Okay, so there we go. He picked out the same thing that I did, so very happy about that. We bought the paint. Do you know how much it was?
I don't know.
You don't know? We'll look at the receipt when we get home. I have to say, we met
I didn't know how you got the camera up there and started recording that fast.
I'm quick. I'm very quick.
I didn't know you were recording.
We met the nicest guy in the paint department. His name is Braden. And he just very, very nice and easy to talk to. I told Kevin I could have stood there and talked to him all day long. He was just super, super friendly. But I don't know what it is about me, but I have this thing, I've said it before, that somehow if I meet you, I always find out where people live. And I don't know, it just like comes naturally. It's not like I say, where do you live? Tell me where you live. It just comes organically through the conversation. And it happened with Braden. I know, I could go to his house right now. I know exactly where he lives, but you know what? He knows where we live too. Because I told him exactly where we live. It was funny because he had pictures on his phone of houses, and I had just taken pictures on my phone of houses, and so we were like showing each other the pictures, and I was showing him like this house is right across the street from us, and he was telling me that they had looked at a house right in the area, and so it's just funny that just the conversations that you have with people. But he was very friendly. But we got the paint. He was very helpful. This one is good. I'll show you when we get home. But this one is supposed to be good for a front door because
it's an exterior paint.
Right. So
the sun can beat down on it, won't fade it as much.
Because our front door, like the house we lived in before this one, I don't think the sun ever beat on it at all.
No, the sun hit the back door more than the front.
Right. So yes. But this one, like the front of the house gets full sun, and you can touch that front door and it will burn your hand. It gets really, really hot.
I remember the door being open, the cat laying in the pool of light.
Yeah, the cats like to lay in the sun.
He would move with the sun.
Yes, he would. Yeah, that's funny. But Guido liked to lay in the sun too. You know, that's just a thing with animals. They like to be warm. Although, I can remember I've laid in the sun before too, inside. Like when the sun's shining through the window and if the house is a little cool, it's just nice to sit in that sun. But yeah, the door gets really, really hot. So we wanted to make sure that we got something that would be good for that. But right now, Kevin probably feels like we're here every day. This is the Walmart, and we have a few things to get, and so we're gonna run in here and hopefully they have my strawberry drinks. The last time we were here, it's so funny because I had seen a woman walk out with like a full buggy of those clear American strawberry drinks that I like. And then I wasn't looking for them that day. And then like the next day I went looking for them. Well, there weren't any because she had bought them all. So hopefully they'll have some today because I need to stock up on them, and they are my favorite. So I'll probably get I'll probably get like 8 of them if they have them. So I'm going to be painting the front door. I did go with the cut ruby, and this is what the paint is that we're using. This is 29 ounces. It is Valspar Defense, 1 coat exterior paint and primer, advanced water beading technology. So our door is under a porch, so we do not get water, rain on this door. The paint, just so you know, it was $36.02. That's with tax. It was $33.98. So what I have to do is I have to, well, the reason we're painting the door is because we replaced the locks. And so since we replaced the locks, it literally fell off. I talked about it during a vlog when it happened months and months and months ago. It fell off in Amelia's hand, or one of our grandkids. She came up to the door, put her hand on the handle, and it fell off in her hand. It's like, okay, well, that's broken. So we had to replace it. So it looks awful. So that's why we're having to paint the door. Plus, you can kind of see through this paint anyway. So it needs to be repainted. But I'm going to be taking this off so that I can paint underneath. It looks like it just has some screws on there. And then I will also have to tape. I'll have to tape around the glass here. And then I'll have to tape around this so that I don't get paint on it. So I do have some frog tape here. And I have some, I'm just going to use garbage bags. I didn't want to have to buy plastic to put on the floor, so I'm going to use garbage bags. And I have this little tray, and I think I'm going to use the roller for the door, for the big part of the door. But then around that lock, I'm going to have to use the brush. So I might actually do that part first. But the first thing I need to do is I'm going to take off, I know it's washed out, I'm sorry. I'm going to take this off first, and then I'm going to use that frog tape and tape around the glass and the lock. So this was no problem taking this off the door at all. Now, Kevin, when I was doing all this stuff, Kevin was actually playing a game with Andrew. I think Diablo had just come out, and so they were playing that together, and I think he was recording it, and so I was doing this myself. So he would have used the cordless screwdriver when I was taking that off, but I didn't know how to use it, and so I did it myself. This is the biggest time suck of the whole process, is the frog tape. I do think it's necessary to tape. A lot of people, a lot of professional painters, you know, if they paint houses all the time, if they're used to doing it, I don't think they use a lot of tape. But I like using the tape, especially on this door, because of course you can always scrape it off. If the paint gets on that glass, you can absolutely scrape it off. It's not that big of a deal. But for me, it just made me feel better to know that I could be a little bit sloppy and that it was going to be okay. So this lock part, this is the whole reason why we had to paint the door. I mean, honestly, if you look at the door the way it is, you can see it needs to be painted anyway, because it's like it didn't get a good coverage on it the first time it was done. But the lock, us having to change the lock was like I told you, the whole reason why I had to paint it. And so I wanted to make sure that I covered that up as well, so I wouldn't get paint all over that new lock. And then I just took garbage bags. Those are garbage bags that I put down on the floor just to protect, because all I needed to do was just like protect the floor right in front of the door. I didn't even pull the rug aside or anything, but I wasn't going to go in Lowe's and buy plastic because I thought, I have some garbage bags. I'll just lay those down. I don't need to buy a big thing of plastic, because if we were doing a room, if we were painting a room, we would definitely buy plastic and we would cover everything in it. We have some old videos on the channel. If you're pretty new to the channel and you've never looked back through old videos, we've really renovated 3 rooms since we've moved in this house. We did the den first. That's where the bookshelves are. We did the den first, and it had wallpaper, and we took down the wallpaper and we repainted, and we had a guy come in and plaster the walls, repair the plaster. It was very, very expensive. I would not do that again. It was not worth it to me, but you live and you learn. So that's something I would not do again. And then I think we did the kitchen next. And so the kitchen is like a 20-part series on this channel. Because we pulled up like 5 layers of linoleum or something crazy. We took out the cabinets. We took down a chimney that was in there. It was a big, big, big renovation. So I have let this dry for several hours, and we'll see if the tape comes off clean. I do have this little paint scraping tool because I don't want to pull any paint off, but we'll see. I may need it, may not. So to continue on with the renovations. So then we had to have a company come, and they had to like jack up under the house, a part of the floor under the house, because it was starting to settle. When they did that, it broke the plaster wall in the dining room. So then it opened up a can of worms, and we had to do a whole renovation on the dining room, which actually, I love the dining room now. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but the dining room, all of the woodwork was covered in layers of paint. The fireplace, the mantle, all of that had paint all over it. And we actually took I guess it's called a heat gun, I think was what it was called. And we actually took all the paint off of the around the windows, the window sills, the around the floor, all of that. And so that, I haven't looked at those renovations since we put them on YouTube, but they are up there. And the dining room had wallpaper on the walls, and so we removed all that. But I would like to get to this living room where you're watching me paint this door. I would like to get to this living room because it does have wallpaper on the walls, but it just it's just a process, and it just takes a long time, and then you have to be willing to devote the time to it too, because once you start, you can't stop, and you want your living space back. But you see, I took this little bitty paintbrush, and because after I removed that frog tape, I had to go back, and there were some white spots, and I had to go back over it and make sure that I filled in all the white with red so that you couldn't see that. And then I'm just putting the knocker back on. So the door's finished. It's not perfect by any means, but it looks a lot better than it did. And the important part was that the white was showing around the handle, and it's no longer showing. So very, very happy with that. The color is very, very similar to what was on here. I don't even think that anybody would notice the difference if they looked at it. We have 2 envelopes and a box to open for you. Well, Kevin's opened them all, but we haven't peeked. We haven't peeked at any of them. So this...
Gotta make sure I don't show addresses.
...is from Jean, and Jean lives in Kentucky. And Jean says, "Hi, Tammy. Here are a few coupons and an L8 recipe you might like, Jean. Ooh, cherry and L8 one bundt cake." Have we made anything with L8? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't remember if we have or not. This is from KentuckyLiving.com. And yeah, I'm assuming do you use a cherry L8? No, you use just original L8, which is a soft drink. We live in Winchester, Kentucky, and L8 is made right here in Winchester, Kentucky.
It's a ginger drink.
Yes, and so if you If you haven't seen it in your stores in your area, if you have a Cracker Barrel, you might want to check your Cracker Barrel, because they most likely would sell them. If they sell them anywhere, then they would sell them there probably. Oh gosh, she sent us, there's all kinds of coupons. I do not see coupons like this, ever. We are not on this is like came in a pack or something.
I was gonna say, maybe she buys her coupons.
You know,
some people do buy coupons.
I ran into somebody a couple weeks ago, and these are Kroger coupons.
Yeah, we don't get Kroger coupons anymore.
No, I haven't gotten Kroger.
Of course, we don't buy a lot at Kroger anymore.
Look, this is for free. 1 silk almond or coconut milk. Eggs, oatmeal, ice cream. Anyway, I ran into somebody a couple weeks ago, and she was telling me that she does all the couponing. So she does the couponing to where she's so good at it that she gets most of the stuff free. And like, she has a surplus of items in her home because she's been doing it for so long, and she's really, really good at it. And she said that she actually pays like $6 from this website, and she buys these coupons. But she said it's totally worth it because she's getting more out of it, of course, than the $6. So like, she's gotten all kinds of like Tide Pods, and I mean just toothpaste and all kinds of things that these couponers collect on shelves. If you've ever watched YouTube videos, then you've seen these couponers.
Stash.
They do have a stash. And she said, my son makes fun of me because I have like 75 tubes of toothpaste, and he says, Mom, what are you going to do with all those? You're never going to go through all those. And she went, you know, because I told her, I said, if that was me, if I was doing the couponing, I don't know what she does with all of them, and she might give a lot of them away. A lot of couponers choose to, once they've saved up a lot, they choose to, like at Christmas time or certain times of the year, they'll find a home in their area that is in need of stuff like that, and they'll take boxes of it into those homes, which like women's shelters and stuff like that, Salvation Army, places like that can really use it. But I told her, I said, if that was me, I love giving stuff like that for Christmas, for gifts, because if you buy a thing of Tide Pods, it's expensive. And so I usually, a couple of months before Christmas, I'll start buying the big bundles of the Tide Pods. I've bought Ashley like tons of the dishwasher pods. I buy the Clorox wipes. I buy dish soap, all that stuff. And some people might see that as silly, but it's not. It's useful, and it's going to save them money later. Dryer sheets, things that I don't buy for myself, like the Downy Unstoppables, I think is what they're called. They just add fragrance. They don't clean your clothes at all. It's literally just a luxury item. That's why I don't get it for myself, but I've bought plenty for them. But if I were a couponing person, I would give it at Christmas. I do not have the head for it, the brain.
I don't have the patience to sit there and figure it out.
Kevin could do it. I've told Kevin, I've said, you need to get into this for us.
No desire.
You need to do this for us, because Kevin could do it if he wanted to, but he just doesn't want to.
I'm not keeping track of all that.
He doesn't have a desire to do it. So, okay, now we have, thank you, Jane. Thank you very much for those. This is from Kathy. And Kathy has sent a card, and I'll just tell you, we're filming this on Kevin's birthday. Today is Kevin's birthday. Happy birthday to Kevin. You want me to sing to you?
No.
Well.
Not by anybody, not just
don't
you.
want you to sing.
Not just you, nobody. I don't want anybody singing to me.
So, Kathy, I'm sure this is for your birthday.
It's a birthday card. Wherever the next year takes you, ooh, there's a check. Hope it's a wonderful ride.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Very much.
And then she wrote a note. I don't know how much of this she wants me to read, though. She said, P.S. Hi, Tammy.
Well, I can tell you, Kathy, you all will recognize the name Kathy. Kathy comments on every single video, every single day. And Kathy is so full of joy and such a light on the channel because of her comments. She leaves the nicest comments always. She you know, and everybody gets in moods, and so I mean, you would expect anybody's going to get in a mood, but I've never known Kathy in her comments to get in a mood or, you know, say anything bad or anything like that. Kathy's always been so sweet, and
thank you very much for the card. I appreciate it.
She lives.
She wrote a very nice message too. But
Kevin and I, earlier today, it's funny that she sent this card because Kathy had left a comment talking about her area, and I told Kevin, I said, I'm almost positive she lives in New Jersey. She does live in New Jersey because we were talking about the
hazardous air from the Canada wildfires.
Yes, and
it's all over, even Kentucky, way down here where we are.
Yes. So Kathy was saying in a comment that the air is really, really bad in New Jersey if you step outside. And Kathy's had pneumonia herself, and so it's hard on her lungs to go outside. She said, I can even smell it a little bit inside my house, where it has traveled, the smoke, all the way from Canada here, and then for us to be getting warnings in Kentucky about the air. Now, I did not smell.
I didn't smell or notice anything.
No, I didn't.
But it might just be the top of Kentucky too.
Right, and then
north.
So Kevin, I was having him. I said, "Would you get on there, get online, and see how these started?" And Kevin was saying that it looks like they started from lightning.
Yeah, a lot of times. They were
lightning
saying a lot
strikes.
From lightning strikes.
Yeah, lightning strikes, and it's just.
They said it's really bad this year because they have fires in the west and the east, both.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so usually they get one or the other. So now they're getting them in both places, so they're having to split up all the resources.
Right.
But a bunch of the firefighters in the U.S. have went up to help too, and they've got the military to go in there and help.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I follow a channel.
They're military, not our military.
Curiosity Inc. It's Alex Archibald and his family. They live in Alberta. They live in Edmonton. And he had mentioned the fires on his channel. Well, I hadn't heard a thing about them when he mentioned them. He mentioned them, it's been days and days and days ago. And he mentioned them and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was going on because we don't watch the news. And then all of a sudden Kathy's talking about it and Kevin was talking about it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that it was this bad. And I haven't heard an update from him, from Alex. And
he only just puts out a video once a week.
And I don't know how often he puts it, but by the time you see this, he'll probably have updated. He might have updated by that time. But as of this point, what I've seen on his channel, I haven't had an update, and so I didn't know how bad it was. I also didn't know I'm pretty sure Edmonton is on the west coast of Canada, and I didn't know that they were also on the east coast. I didn't know it was on both sides. So it's very scary because you don't know how close it's going to move to where houses are and
stuff. Well, they
said
that happen all the time, but
really?
Every year they go through a season
where
I guess they get wildfires every year.
Right. Well, just like California.
They pretty much get fires every year.
Yeah, it seems like they do anyway. Well, thank you, Kathy.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the check-in, the nice call.
Yes. So, these cookies, let me see the name of them. This is from Mrs. Haynes's Moravian Cookies, and they are in Clemens, North Carolina. So, when I saw the name on this box, I knew who these were going to be from. Pamela contacted me on Instagram, and she lives in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is really close to Clemens. I think Clemens is just south, maybe. And she said...
That's who sent it.
Yes, Mike and Pamela. Hope you enjoy these cookies from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Sent with love, warmly, Pamela. I don't want to say your last name because some people don't like when I say their last name. But there's lots of Pamelas in Winston-Salem, I'm sure, so nobody would know. She said it looks like you've tried Dewey's cookies from the area, but you have not tried Mrs. Haynes's cookies. And so I said, no, we haven't. And so she said she would send them, and I thought that was awesome. It says Mrs. Haynes's handmade Moravian cookies. We make.
It says, what is Moravian? We were wondering. I'm sure we were looking to find what it was.
I was literally, I wondered where did they get their name. And what I found said, because I watched a YouTube video that came from Mrs. Haynes's, and they refer to themselves as Moravian women. And I thought, well, that's interesting. What is a Moravian woman? What is that? And so Wikipedia said that it's a group, not just women, but a group of people, ethnic group that came from the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
So it says this is a question we are often asked. What is a Moravian? Originating from the Czech province of Moravia, the Moravian Church was a pre-Reformation church begun by John Huss of Bohemia. His protest and teachings caused him to die a martyr's death at the stake on July 6, 1415. Is a group of people, and it says they migrated to Germany, and so that's where they get their name, is from the area of the Czech province of Moravia is where they get their name. But they're very thin, crisp cookies. And so let's see, it looks like they're in a tin.
They're tubes.
Oh, okay.
So yes, they are in a tin, like a Pringles can.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never seen these before. Mrs. Haynes's Moravian cookies. Mrs. Haynes's cookies, hand-rolled, hand-cut, hand-packed. And it was interesting watching the YouTube video because it was this lady and her husband, and they were saying that the people that work for them are just as important to them as the cookies that they make, because they really are artists. I think they described them as artists in aprons, because you have to know exactly how much of the ingredients, they roll them out, they make them by hand, and you really have to know what you're doing. And I thought that was so sweet and special of them to say that their workers were just as important to them. They're like family, you know, and they worked for them for many, many years. So these are the lemon crisps.
These are ginger and sugar.
So I cannot wait to try these, Pamela. Thank you very much for sending these, because I definitely have never seen them before. And this is a really cool cake. It reminds me, these canisters, Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll makes little cans like this, and they have a slit in the top.
For a bank.
So you could use them as a bank. Because that is sturdy enough to where you could fill that with coins if you wanted to. But that's really neat. So thank you all. Thank you, Jean and Kathy and Pamela. Thank you very, very much. We greatly appreciate it.
There's been a drive-in movie theater between Winchester and Lexington since way before I was a kid. And you're talking about 55, 60 years. It's been there. It's been closed down for many, many years. And we're coming up on it here in just a second. They are finally, after all these years, tearing down the screen and stuff. And I'll let you see what it looks like. It's right past these trees, so it's hard to get it. So it's gonna be right.
Well, we had a storm, and see the sign.
Yeah, it tore the sign up. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, now here's the screen. Hold on, you'll be able to see it right. Can you turn and get behind me?
I got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah. So anyway, the screen, like Tammy said, the sign got blown apart, I don't know, a month ago.
Yeah, we had some bad storms, and like there was a McDonald's sign in Lexington that there was a lot of signs. Yeah.
And trees and all that stuff. I think we showed the trees when that happened.
We
did. So the sign's been broken for a while, but the screen is like concrete block, stacked concrete block. Well, they're tearing it down. So it's just, you know, it's one of those things from your childhood that's been around for as long as you can remember, and it's been closed, but at least it was there, and now it's just gone.
And now it's going to be gone, yeah, gone for good. We are in Target, and they have a special section of Little Mermaid stuff. Now, I did show you the stuff like in the Disney section a couple weeks ago, but I don't remember them having like this big doll. Like, she's $25, but then they have these sets. And this isn't in like the Disney specific section. This is like at the toy department. These are $44.99, and you get 3 of them in the package. And then this one's $42.99, and you get all of these characters. But what is this? Oh, this is King Triton's all-powerful trident.
But it screws together, so it gets really long.
And it's going to be long. Oh, that's nice. What's on the other side? Because I think there's something else.
You need Bratz dolls.
Oh my gosh, how cute. Those are very cute. Those would be good for stocking stuffers. Wow. I have not seen that yet.
It's $160.
And how many pieces is that?
1,808.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. But then they have a smaller one. So this is a huge Lego set.
This is the one in the black box. So that means it's a... Well, it's not a signature one or an advanced one, though.
There's this one, and it looks like it folds up. But then this says only at Target, and it's $36.99.
MP3 karaoke, where you can sing into it.
Oh, try me. Press any button, it says.
Keep the karaoke party going with this kid-friendly digital music player. Stream music from your smartphone or tablet via Bluetooth and record yourself singing along to your favorite
can you
songs
imagine
onto your
Amelia and
USB flash
Evie? They would never shut up.
They need a frozen version of that, didn't they?
Yeah, they needed. Yeah, they needed when if they do Elsa and Anna later. Oh, I see something. I want to go look at those fresh fairies on the end. Those are so cute. So this is all dolls down through here. What were those dolls called? American Girl dolls. So they have these fresh fairies. I wanted to see them because I've never seen these before. Aren't those cute? Look, oh, they have names. Ambrosia. Her name is Sunny. Hers is Bella Rose. These are so cute. Sugar Bay. Are these from a TV show? I have no idea. But they're very, very cute.
They're fresh dolls. That's just creator and founder of the Fresh Dolls.
Oh, okay. Those are very cute. I don't know how much they are a piece. That's why I'm not picking any up. Because those look like they'd be good stocking stuffers. But, yeah, if I don't know how much it costs, I'm not going to get it. Here. Oh, yeah. Tons of poly. All these sets. Ashley had literally a closet full of these when she was little.
They're the woodsies.
Yeah, I've gotten them that house right there. I got them that house.
History one? No, something else.
They have Care Bear stuff. Oh, that's cool.
Zombies.
Yeah, zombies. So I muted this section because I have told you before, Target recently, they've made changes in their stores. One of the changes they've made in our store, at least, is with the music. The music is blaring. It wasn't as bad this day as the last time I filmed, and I told you, I said you could hardly have a conversation. We could actually have a conversation with each other, but the music was still loud enough to where I was worried about leaving it in the video.
Look at these, the minis.
The minis, they have 2 different sets.
These are like heads.
Uh-huh. Those are cool.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with just the heads.
I know.
Some people just collect them.
I'd say they just collect them.
This is Mario, the castle.
Yes. So we had actually seen a lot of these toys before, but now Kevin forgets what we've seen and what we haven't seen. And so it's fun shopping with him, though, because he is so good at spotting new things that it is a lot of fun shopping with him, especially with the food. He always spots the new food. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found it entertaining. We really, really appreciate you being here. And yeah, just gonna look some more at some toys, but we will see you next week.